Winning Wind Down Wednesday. I am preparing my decoration for my garden and are beautifying it on Factz in my yard again. Nature and preparing my garden. Are you preparing or planting? Good afternoon, I'm Factz. I'm preparing. Let me show you all. I've been working on my garden and beautifying my yard. I'm going to show you right quick. So these are my gates that I'm going to put up around my watermelon tree. Factz. And I have decided that I'm going to be consistent no matter what. And I came outside just in time. I just saw a cardinal. I love cardinal birds. I really do. I love cardinal birds, blue jays, and hummingbirds. I love all nature and all that God has blessed us with. However, I really love the beauty of the blue jay and the cardinals and what the cardinals represent. And I really love hummingbirds. I have some plants out there. I got to write it down. I forget their name, but the little ones that have the purple at the end. I have 3 of those in my yard. And right now, I'm wiping off of these little fences, gates, or whatever you want to call them. Can't think of the name of them. But a friend gave these to me, and I'm going to put them around my watermelon, my little watermelon plant that I'm growing. Don't know how big it's going to be, but I will always tell people, do not throw away your seeds. I have not seen anyone that are using their seeds. I have heard about it on this platform. However, most of the gardeners I follow, none of them use their seeds. The plants that I have, I use bell pepper seeds. I use watermelon seeds. I have a pineapple plant, which I use a pineapple. You cut off a certain part. It's in my content. You cut off a certain part of the pineapple and you put that into soil and or the ground or both. My watermelon, I have a lot of red mud in my yard. If you know, red mud is really hard to grow when you have a yard of red mud. However, what I did was I broke up the red mud around it. If you was in my live yesterday, you may would have saw that. And I watered all my plants, and I put soil around my watermelon plant. So I'm going to see how it goes. And as it go on, I'm going to show you the process. My son have sweet potato. We have a regular potato. We have bell pepper, pineapple, watermelon. Trying to see if I left out anything else. I have some little beautiful plants growing that someone gave me. I had onions. Never leave your plants outside and let them get soaking wet by rain or it will ruin them. But just about, tomatoes. But however, what I'm going to do is I went to Walmart. The one in my area, Atlanta, had hardly any seeds. What they did have was bell pepper. They had 2 kinds of tomatoes, 3 kinds of bell pepper, and basil. I think I'm going to get basil. Basil keeps the bugs away from your plants. However, I was looking for a peach or an orange. I want to start a tree. Because one thing that I learned, even if you may have to move, if you put it in a pot and make sure you have holes in the pot. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. If you have holes in the pot, then you can, they'll be able to drain. Let me turn my camera around for a second. Thank you for joining me. I'm all sweaty out here. Been out here off and on since this morning. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate the support. Yes, I was having that problem. And you know what someone told me? They told me if it do not have seeds in it, it's best to eat fruit with seeds in it. So every time I saw watermelons, grape, whatever, no seeds, seedless fruit, I turned around. I said, I'm no longer buying it. I appreciate you coming through. Yeah, got my camera off. I'm out here roughing it. But I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you all again for the people who didn't see it. Yeah, these little things my friend gave me. Thank you. I'm gonna show you my little. All of these have just started, except for the ones that my son started. This is the little tree someone gave me, and I'm gonna have to separate them. One is doing better than the other one. I call them the twins. And this right here, I believe is his tomato. This is the watermelon. Let me see, so much sun out here. I'm being hood. I have a fan in my car parked with me, but this the watermelon, and I put too many seeds together, I believe. But I'm new to this. I have some more seeds in there. You can put them in a paper towel. I had mine in a Ziploc bag because I need to get some paper towels, but that's how I save mine. And these are the plants that I was talking about that hummingbirds like. I used to see them, but I really, in honesty, I just started showing them some love. It don't take them but a day or two to show them love, and they will start growing. Because they like pets and humans. They need love too. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, not too far from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And this is the one I forgot about. This is the cucumber. That's the cucumber plant my son started. It had the little yellow buds on the other day. I don't know if the sun got it. We just moved these plants to the front because we trying to figure out. Sometimes they can have too much sun. Sometimes they can have not enough. I forget the name of this bush. My son know the name of all stuff. I don't remember hardly any of it. And my rose bush, it had got pulled down on, but it's blooming again. And I learned to get me some I have me some fertilizer, and it's organic. That's what the gardeners that I follow said it's best to get those. Yes, it is. That's what I was just saying. So I'm new to this. All my gardeners say it's hard. And these are, I call these the triplets. This how they look when they bloom. I just started showing these love too. And so when one of them just have the blooms, they fall off and then they come back. And these two, I call these the twins. This one, if you check out my content, I had this, took a picture of it, and I'm glad I did when it was really pretty. This one of the bell pepper trees. But I took a picture when it was real pretty. I like that tree over there. My neighbor's tree is so pretty to me. I took a picture of it when it was pretty. I don't know much about it. I'm just learning that plant. But it was here when I moved in this house. But it left real quick. The beauty of it left real quick. This a pretty picture my friend was selling that he got in the yard. It's really not my style though. I'm a believer in it. Certain things I do not entertain for my spirit reason. Yes, it's hard. I heard. But nevertheless, that watermelon plant, I think that been there maybe, I want to say a week or two. And it's flourishing. I see now though that it does get a lot of sun, just like my roses get too much. So what I do need to invest in is like a tent or something to put over this. But in my carport, it's not enough sun. Over there, it's too much sun. So I do like putting them in pots, because if you put them in pot, that's better. The soil is better than that red clay. And also, when you put them in a pot, you can move them. Like, we put them in the front, and sometimes we put them on the side when they get too much sun. Because, I mean, kind of like us, we don't want too much sun. But there are also some plants, like someone told us, the bell peppers needed more sun. And maybe that was stunning their growth. I don't know. But, yeah, so I'm just out here wiping these down. I'm going to put these in my yard. I'm about to swing over here to, I don't know what time. Shank Rock Post been going live. He live yet already? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences. My grandmother has a peach tree. I was actually over there yesterday. Okay, thank you. I was actually over there yesterday. It was my cousin's birthday. However, their mother is kind of over that property, so I don't do much over there. But I told him on yesterday that I had been wanting to come over there and put some fertilizer around that peach tree, which they grown, but you can tell they haven't been having no love to them. So they hardly ever turn like orange or reddish. They have a little bit of red on them sometimes, but they're mostly green. Been like that for years because nobody have been taking care of it. And basically, I used to do all this in the yard with my grandmother. But we never really like grown like fruit. She mostly was a plant person, and she had a peach tree. But she's gone now. She's been gone for a while now, and that well. They just really not making do or doing nothing with that property right now. They just mostly hang out around there, and I'm not, I don't do that on a daily basis. If someone's birthday or a holiday, I'll go over there. We might do some balloon releases or something like that. But other than that, I'm not like trying to stand around nowhere. I like to be productive, doing something positive if I can. Are you from Georgia? Thank you for liking the live. Thank you for all that voted. I appreciate it. I'm preparing and planning and allowing God to direct my path. I don't know what's next for me. However, I know God has the last say. Oh, okay, that's awesome. I've been in Atlanta all my life. Now, I was thinking about taking a trip to Florida because my friend, his family have people in Florida. And like, I just been here all my life. I said I was going to get on a plane. I have yet to get on one because so much going on in this world. I don't want to sound fearful. I'm very cautious. I'm a very cautious person. Oh, that's good. That's good. You know what? I say now, if a person is hungry, it's because they don't have what they want to eat. Because 9 times out of 10, it's best to eat fresh fruit and vegetables. But one thing my auntie taught me, she said, always keep some canned goods in your cabinet. Okay, Decatur. My family stay in Ellenwood right now. I hung out in a part of Decatur a little bit. And my auntie, she stayed out there for a minute. But I mostly been in Atlanta. I don't know if you're familiar with well, they try to say it's Donnelly Hollowell now. I still call it Bankhead. Bankhead, Chapel Road, this side of town I'm from. And I'm still here. A lot of people keep talking about move. However, they upgrading here. Like, I'm not trying to move. I don't have to. I moved into a house not too far from where I was living. I lived with my grandma off and on most of my life. I'll say at least half of it. I was with her. I was with my mom. I was like back and forth. But this the area I'm used to. And it could be better. Police precinct not far, but it's crime everywhere. That's one thing I will say. I just stay out the way. And I always believe you can't be a part of the solution. Don't be a part of the problem. And I just pray and ask my sons to do the right thing. You know? Because there's a lot of people judgmental. However, we can lead them, like my parents used to say, we can lead them to the water, but we can't make them drink. We can just raise them the best we can and hope that they make the right decisions. And so far, being a single parent, had its ups and downs. But a lot of people think about it could be better. I always say it could be worse. You know, my youngest, he'll be 21 this year. My oldest is 28. I'll be 50 this year. But I'm usually on here talking about mental health awareness. I am diagnosed with bipolar, anxiety, and PTSD. I'm a survivor of domestic violence, abuse as a child, as an adult. But I don't claim victim. I always claim survival. Oh, okay. And my granddaughter, she stayed in Decatur now. And matter of fact, she, from what I understand, she might be still in Florida right now. She have family in Florida. Amen. Thank you. Thank you for that. Amen. Because I tell people all the time, you get through it. To me, oh, I don't know what part of Florida she in. Actually, I haven't met her great grandmother. I need to do that one day. I really do. I told her mother that when I had her about 2 weeks ago that I do need to meet their great grandmother. But seems that I may not meet her unless I go to Florida. I don't know. Some people don't see the importance of things like that. However, now that my grandmother is gone, my father's gone, you know, I got other people that I lost, and I think that's what made me realize, you know, that I needed therapy. While I was helping someone else get therapy, I realized that we needed family therapy, and so that's how I was diagnosed, and I'm doing so much better. In the past, I didn't even want to see my kids' father. Now I'm like, whatever, you know, I'm still standing. And I love the fact that he gets to see that. No, I didn't do a great job, but I didn't do a banged up job with my sons. So, and they know I'm always here for them no matter what. So I think I'm doing pretty good. He peekaboo dad. He peek in every now and then, look out for him. If I could say look out for him, I'm gonna say with a ride or something like that. And that's serious. And that major. He okay with not being a good father. But you know, that's another story. I could talk about that all day long, but I try to talk about the positive part of it. But I also like to bring awareness. I was working on, I'm gonna do another piece today because I went to celebrate my cousin's birthday. But I had been speaking on men's mental health awareness because last month was Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And I think we need to focus more on, you know, the men. Amen. Well, the people that I supposed to be going with, they're talking about flying down there. My friend is talking about riding down there. My mom went before she rode. And, you know, most people want things done fast. I don't mind a road trip. We rode to Mississippi. I enjoyed that. I know Florida is a lot further. However, I said I was may get on the plane at 50, but I don't think I'm ready. I said if the world, some things change in the world, and I just don't, I don't trust nobody but God anyway. But I don't have much belief in pilots right now. Amen. They do. They do. I'm 50 and I'm changing some things, and God directed my path. He's directed my path. I've been a housekeeper, cashier, cook, child care teacher. I've had my own classroom. Um, I just started back off and on writing my poetry because I always write about what's on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Poetry is therapy. I'm more focused on nature and mindfulness, you know, and self-love. I've learned to completely love me, my shortcomings, and whatever, you know. Self-love, y'all, self-love. It's great to love everyone else, but as Whitney Houston, loving yourself is the greatest love of all. You cannot pour from an empty cup. That's what I speak on too. We cannot pour from an empty cup. And I know that all too well because I'll give my children my last. You know, if I see somebody in need and I can spare it, I'll give. That's just how I am. Oh, wow. Did you like it? I would like to go. I told my sons I would like to go like on a drive anyway for my birthday. It's in September. Um, but I liked the Mississippi because there wasn't a lot of traffic. But Atlanta, just driving in Atlanta, I'll pass on that. But there's some parts of Georgia I don't even know, like Valdosta. This young lady, not this young lady, this queen, I like to say queen. She they're supposed to be having a march in Valdosta. She lost her son. I don't know if you're familiar with the Kendrick Johnson case. So I'm in that group, and I would like to go, but I have to get somebody to drive me down there because I don't drive. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Thank you for reminding me, and thank you again for supporting me. I appreciate it. I'm getting ready to go over there now in like 5 minutes. I wanted to thank everyone that came by that pulled up on me. I'm going to do one poem and I'm going to be out of here. Let me see. Look like someone sent me a message. Okay, I'll come back to that. I'm about to go grab my folder. I'm gonna do one poem. Thank you everyone who pulled up on me. And after I do this one poem, I may be back this evening. Give me a second. What poem should I do or recite? Okay, I'm gonna do this one real quick. This is short poetry. I will weep for the little girl. Who will weep for the little girl? A good girl she inspired to be. Who will fight for the girl? Took advantage of times three. The girl crying to come out of me. Young lady whom I see in my dreams. Who is this schoolgirl who loved to read, dance, cook, teach, and clean? Daughter, sister, student, beauty and brain and frame almost cost her her name. I'm gonna say that part again because I stumbled. Beauty and brain and frame almost cost her her name. She was intelligent, upstanding, chaste, and discreet. So different, diverse, or unique was she. There are ladies who never got to truly be a girl. For you, I weep. You can still wear your crown, my queen. The fight for her is daily. Girl in the mirror with negative thoughts and silent screams. I see you now. Forgive yourself. Exoneration. No hesitation. Believe in yourself like a rhythm nation. I will weep for the little girl. I will weep for the little girl. Poem. Thank you for listening. I'm going to come back later on. Hopefully I don't get too busy with my cleaning and everything. I'm supposed to be eating lunch now, but I will be enjoying it, looking at another live, supporting someone else. So come back, check out my content. It's Factz. Factz. Seeking facts. One love. Have a happy, winning, wind down Wednesday. I'm out. Thanks for your support. share with a friend.